The stream will begin shortly.
Hello, everyone. Um, we got here. Thank you, Modern Metalhead Covers. How you doing there? Hello, the Crimson Acolyte. How you doing there? It's kind of a out of nowhere stream, but I felt, I felt about doing a stream tonight. Maybe a short one, but I don't know. There's been a lot of questions about Ahsoka and stuff, and I felt, hello there, Mad Smoke. How you doing? Um, I've been working a lot, so I've not really been on a lot besides the Q and A's, but I'm here now, so. uh, well then, it's been quite a week. The movie, the Rise of Skywalker movie, came out. Everyone's liked it so far. I have got some comments, and I'm always willing to answer your questions. There have been some negative Nancy's though that they don't fully appreciate what I do, and they think I made a mistake too many. But whatever. If you say if you say I did something wrong, to me, I think you were never a fan to begin with. So whatever. Uh, I'll address. We don't need negativity here, but Ahsoka hasn't come out for me yet, and I don't live in the UK, so it's probably going to release at 9 p.m. Oh, that's cool. We are going to talk about Ahsoka. That's kind of the whole thing, although this is kind of a celebratory stream of the movie, but it is mainly about Ahsoka. Um, so the point of Ahsoka, no, that's actually a hard one. Um, I've said before I'm not really interested, but I want your guys' thoughts on Ahsoka. We're gonna read some articles here, and uh, we're gonna do theories on Ahsoka, talk about it a little bit. Um, I I don't think Ahsoka will be particularly good. That is my opinion. I do think people will enjoy the show. It will be entertaining, but I think it will be a very, very bland show going from what I've seen of the previews. Um, Now, not everything needs to be, cut and dry. There will. How do I say this? Uh, I think it's gonna be at best cookie cutter. I want to see it very badly. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you want to see it. But I will watch it, and I'm gonna watch it with the Phantom hooligans, hooligans, but I mean hooligans. Um, we're gonna watch it together, and give our thoughts. Maybe I'll be on stream and talk about it. Um, I don't think I'll do watch parties for it, because I don't have the time to do that, and I personally like my nights. Um, I don't think everyone needs a watch party for their channel, but yes, we are going to talk about Ahsoka. We are going to talk about it over the weeks, in particular. So, and again, hello to everyone who's joining in, and I'm excited for Ahsoka. Probably won't see it till tomorrow because I'm in bed by 9 p.m. unless I'm tempted to watch it at 9. That's interesting. I don't get why they didn't have Ashley Eckstein play Ahsoka in live action. Well, for one, Ashley Eckstein is a voice actor. She's not an actor. And two, Ahsoka. The reason why Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka is because everyone saw her in that role. She was perfect for to play live action Ahsoka. The cheekbones, the way she looked, and her age. That's the important part. It's her age. She's the perfect fit to play Ahsoka, in my opinion. Um, they will. I know they will get a younger actress to play her in the flashbacks with Hayden Christensen. I'm interested in seeing that aspect. Um, but I've heard mixed things about the show. I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say from what I hear, this is more less about Ahsoka and more of being a Rebel sequel with a large focus on Sabine. And I'm not surprised they're doing this because they always seem to want to focus on would what would get Sabine. I think is the perfect um, is for an audience. Her character is perfect for a certain age group and audience, and just like Ray from the sequels, and her being. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe the rumors aren't true, but if this is true that this is the more of a Rebel sequel, then whatever. Dave Filoni, baloney. I know, I don't. What's annoying is they drop so many teasers, too many. Well, duh, Disney Plus, sub. Sorry to say it the way like that, but they want you to subscribe to this network to watch it. Um, but my personal thought, I think I also think that Armored Inquisitor might be Barriss Offee. Hopefully, I think they confirmed it isn't, but it could be throwing people off guard. You never know. Clone War, Clone Wars flashbacks will be dope. Anakin coming back in those flashbacks, and probably Force Ghost. And I think that what if scene of Anakin, that's a kind of a spoiler, but everyone's heard it by now. So, um, I think that will be too over the top, and a lot of people will froth at the mouth at that stuff. But I think that's going a little too far into it. Um, I've heard those leaks or rumors, and it sounds silly, but it does sound something like what Disney would do. Here's a comment. Just had a crazy idea. What if Anakin and Ahsoka switched places, as in Ahsoka being the master and falls to the dark side, while Anakin being the student and joining the rebels? Like that, um, that might be That they're kind of doing something like that from the leaks, but it's more of a world between worlds kind of look. I don't think you're on the nose on something though. On the nose. I don't want the Inquisitor to be anyone related to what we've seen already. Yes, I agree with you, JT. Absolutely. It doesn't there doesn't need to be any, Barris Offee or anything. Come on. Time for some original content. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get original content because, other than some references, this is going to be a full on Rebels. It's going to be member Barry City. Ahsoka, Anakin, we're going to get references to all the Rebel stuff. The it's Thrawn. If Thrawn's going to appear, they're just going to reference stuff and characters from Heritage of the Empire. And if the rumors are true that they're hinting at a Heritage of the Empire movie with the Mandalorian and Ahsoka characters, well, that might be interesting in itself. But they really need to have Luke Skywalker as the main character in that. I refuse to watch any Heritage of the Empire remake or adaptation where Ahsoka takes the role of Luke and her friends. That's silly. But that might be what they're leading up to, from what it sounds like with this Ahsoka series. That this is leading up to a Disney version of Heritage of the Empire, but it is just the TV show characters all together. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but everyone will get angry if Thrawn is not defeated by is he's defeated by Ahsoka. Everyone will want Thrawn to be defeated by Luke Skywalker. It makes sense in the scale of things. He's the hero of the galaxy. But Luke there being there in a cameo role and them doing what they did with Mandalorian season 2 with this movie idea or Ahsoka show, it's going to get tiresome. And I'm tired of they want you to watch the sequels and accept them. And they're going to limit Luke and whatever. Let's read some comments. Also, one of the trailers confirmed Balin Skull knows Anakin was Vader. Some Jedi knew who Vader was. That's actually a big thing in the that's a big thing in the Dark Lord book of EU. A lot of those Jedi don't really know who Darth Vader is, and um it wouldn't have made sense because you could some of the survivors of Order 66, whoever got out of the temple, would know who Anakin is if they connected the dots with Vader and stuff like that. JT says, I'm fine with fan service, but if a show is ran on fan service, OTS, already bunked before the foundation is even formed, that is why people lose interest. Exactly, JT. And this is why I think, listen, I love the show Andor. I think it's true television, true Star Wars television. And and it doesn't rely on fan service or any of that. It relies on its own, mechanics. And from what I see, Ahsoka is running on the mechanics of Rebels and all that stuff that Dave Filoni set up. And then it's gonna it's gonna run on the mechanics of the cookie cutter fan service. We're gonna get references. It's just gonna be nostalgia again. I did not like it. Uh, what I forgot. Uh, some of Mandalorian fell flat because there was so much fan service. Was that Mandalorian or Book of Boobaloo? I don't know. Maybe it was Book of Boobaloo, in my opinion, but I feel like it would be interesting to see Ahsoka dealing with the fact that Maul was right. And if she listened to him, perhaps things could have gone differently. Maybe. Maybe. Exactly. I really don't think we need the original I don't think we need Han and Leia either, but Thrawn needs to be defeated by Luke Skywalker. I will not accept any Ahsoka Tano or the exception was Rebels because they're reintroducing him to Disney canon and he was defeated that way. That was fine. But if they are doing a Heir to the Empire like revision or reimagined, everyone will want Luke Skywalker to actually be involved and be the one to defeat Thrawn because he is like he can't just sit back and let Thrawn. The only reason why Thrawn lost was because Luke beat him at his own game in the Zahn trilogy. So if you take all those elements and give it to something else, it feels empty. It needs to be Luke Skywalker. Um, can you imagine all the hate people will give if Heir of the Empire is doesn't have any of the it'd be like a a walking body without a head, something like that. It will be Luke teaming up with Ahsoka, Ezra, all the Rebels characters, Boba Fett, etc. I would bet Han and Leia would show up in the movie. That might be what they're doing, planning. They might want to they want to get people's good graces too, and by having this Luke thing, they're gonna try to like, oh hey, remember Last Jedi? Oh, you don't. You only remember this movie. That's kind of what they might be doing. Um, well, hopefully Balon got a better backstory than Riva. We'll see. Ray Stevenson was a great actor, especially if you've seen Rome. I'm excited to see him play the role. Um, I don't know if he dies this season, but it'll be sad to see that. I'm just interested to see what happens. So R093. Star Wars will never be the way fans want it to be. Exactly. However, um I don't there needs to be a balance is what there needs to be. There needs to be a balance with the writers and stuff and they need to get fan input. Um from what I've seen of after Mandalorian season 3, which I thought was kind of a mess, really mediocre season. Just the a nothing burger. That's Mandalorian season 3. Um, there is a stretch where I think Favreau and Dave Filoni don't really know how to handle things. They don't know how to find a arc, and I really felt that Mandalorian season 1 and 2 was a great arc, and there was a beginning and end to that story. Mandalorian season 3 showed that if you have enough money, you can make another season. It'd just be like a walking zombie of a show. Not as bad as the Book of Boba Fett, where it's just a filler. Book of Boba Fett pisses me off. Name a more iconic character that became embarrassing. That's the Book of Boba Fett. I've ranted enough about that show, but they need to find a balance, and I don't think they're finding their footing. And I don't think it's Kathleen Kennedy's fault either. Fully, it is her fault for just allowing. There is no quality control in this stuff. Um, there needs to be quality control. Someone needs to say no. Do not do this. You do this, or you don't do this. You do this. And no one is doing that at Lucasfilm. They're just doing what they want, and then they're throwing money at the screen. I There was an article, maybe I should bring it up, about Deborah Chow, and I'm like perplexed. Like, how did this lady get a whole series to herself? of Obi-Wan, and she said like everyone loved this show, and like, no, some people liked it, I know, but for me the show was a mess, and it was a pure example of just throwing money on the screen. Actually, not throwing money at the screen, because that movie looked awful, or show, or and from what I hear, it's kind of the same with Ahsoka, except for maybe some of the makeup, which is kind of discerning. Yeah, lifeless visuals. Um, Crimson Acolyte says, I only saw him in The Other Guys, and he was a great actor. Oh, I love that movie. Great movie. I would recommend watching. All right, if you are watching this, if you are old enough and you're fine watching R-rated stuff, nudity, whatever, I would recommend watching. I would recommend watching the show. Was it Rome? Yeah, yeah, Rome. Watch on HBO Max, or if it's on there. So it is a great show. Okay, I forgot to put monetizing on here, but yes, this is stream will be monetized, or just a nice chill stream. Um, I hope we get to see Old Man Rex. Maybe I wouldn't mind. Maybe Tamora Morrison will be on. I think Tamora Morrison. He didn't like Boba Fett, but I think he just likes being in Star Wars, so he takes whatever they offer him, which is fine. You know, I like to see him getting work now, and I really they should have been doing a lot of live action stuff with clones. And speaking of Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka is set to take place at the same time as that. Well, yes, because they're leading into this movie that's gonna be on theaters. That's gonna confuse a lot of people because some people don't watch. Actually, speaking of that, we have an announcement to make, and Disney has announced, and I should find it. Um, Disney has announced, and I'm surprised they're doing this. If I can find the link. Now you can own The Mandalorian. You don't need to be subscribed to Disney Plus anymore. The Mandalorian will be coming to Blu-ray uh, in December 12th, 4 months from now. So now you can purchase Mandalorian and own it. As if people heard me, I think Mandalorian season 1 and 2 is one of the better Star Wars shows. And I really hope they do this for Andor, because I would like to own Andor too. So yes, you can finally own Mandalorian on Blu-ray. I'm definitely, if my channel grows a little bigger, I might be doing a giveaway of this. So, yeah, don't keep my word on it. It's just one of theories, because I do want to do a giveaway one of these. But I will also say I don't want to rely on giveaways, but it will be a one in once in a while thing. But I want to see a live action Callus. I don't think that will happen. We'll have to see. Ooh, Trading Places. Oh, they have a lot of these movies coming to 4K. The Gold of Babylon. Collector's Edition. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted by all these Blu-rays. I want to keep buying physical media. I really do. But so yeah, that's one of the things I want to do. But back on the topic of Ahsoka. Oh, uh, uh, uh kind of lost my thought there. But that's my thoughts on Ahsoka. Um, I'll talk more about it. Um, I'll talk more. I'll talk more about it probably this Friday. Um, we'll discuss the episodes that came, and I'll give my review of the Ahsoka. Um, so other stuff. Again, thank you all for supporting Rise of Skywalker. Um, it was a pretty good release. Um, I'm glad everyone liked it. If let's do Q&A. Can I bring up? Can I add like a thing that says banner Q&A time? Woohoo! A little Q&A section. If people had questions about the movie, I'm all ears to uh to answer them. I'm guessing this is reference to Ahsoka. Uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it tonight with the hooligans, or Phil McCracken, but or release McCracken. Um, we'll talk about it on a podcast. Um, this coming uh this this coming this weekend, which be Friday. I should say, if I'm gonna stream, it's gonna most likely be Friday and Saturday. Those are my streams where I stream in the morning days. One of those 2 days I stream in the morning. But that's some other stuff that's coming out. Let's see here. Um, I'm gonna be working on some more what ifs. Um, I'm saying a lot. um um I'm gonna be working on a lot of what ifs, and people. I think people will like the what ifs that are coming out. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap up this little chat stream. This was just a little stream. I wanted to just talk about Ahsoka before it came out today. Give my concerns. Uh, see if people want to see if people wanted to oh, wait. I got a question. How's Labyrinth of Evil doing? I've not touched Labyrinth of Evil for months. I'm probably gonna touch it again. I might like edit the sound mix where there's no copyright music. I'm not gonna be having copyright music in my stuff anymore. But there will be a copyright music version in there will be a copyright version with the music that will be released on archive.org. You can also listen to the English fan dub on archive.org. If you want to listen, you can the files on there. So, but there on YouTube, it will be copyright free, and yeah, but it will still be an audio drama. The Force Ghost standing behind Rey in the final battle and revitalize. I know one of them was Qui-Gon, but I couldn't tell if Anakin was there or not. Anakin was there in spirit, but he wasn't there physically. And the reason why was I didn't want to make a Force Ghost Anakin model because I didn't want to spend time. Again, I finished the final battle. It took me a month to work on, or it took me 2 months, I think. That was the one I was telling people the most. Um, but I really didn't feel compelled to. I don't. Anakin would have been there, but I like the idea that Qui Gon was the one to push Ray. You can. That actually brings another question. There was a negative Nancy in the comment section, and I deleted his comment because he was being a pseudo intellectual with me. I hope he's watching this stream because I want him to hear it from my goat's mouth. He claimed I was treating you guys unintelligently, and he wanted to just download my video, etc., etc. Well, let me tell you here. I did not want Mara Jade in the ending because I thought it was on the nose. And the whole point was Luke was watching over Ray, and it's okay if it's just Luke. He's not happy. He's just doing his purpose now as watching over Ray. Um yes. And I think the flashbacks gave you enough Mara Jade was where you got the point. Um but yeah, that's the flashbacks were actually the flashbacks in the script was actually a separate scene of the scene you saw when Luke's in the X-wing. But I decided to cut those together and kind of cut them separately so that scene with Ray and stuff, there was a lot of cutting of the dialogue, and again, the endings all like from compared to the script, that ending's jumbled. I really like the ones with Ban and Plagueis. Yes, I like those too. I'm glad you liked it. Um, uh, Bane, uh, Bane. There's not well. It's I was not expecting a director's cut since it felt almost like 3 hours, which is awesome. I don't think the movie needs a director's cut. I might post some deleted scenes. There was a scene that was cut out, which was a recreation of Darth Plagueis's death scene in the book Darth Plagueis. Um, it's actually word for word, and it was recorded. And I was gonna add it as the opening of the movie after the crawl, but I kind of felt like, I cut a scene out from it, and I put it in the dream sequence with Luke. With Plagueis is like the Sith Eternal. Yeah, that's from the flashback, the deleted flashback scene with Dark Plagueis. Newt Gunray was also in that scene. I might release it separately. Um, you know, but that was supposed to indicate the Sith Eternal, and Plagueis is, it was supposed to but I felt like it gave away that Plagueis was the villain of the movie a little too early. Because my goal really was to confuse people into thinking Palpatine was really back, and I was just regurgitating that from The Rise of Skywalker. But that was actually my whole thing. I never showed or hinted that Plagueis was Palpatine in the trailers. Um, but I can tell you that it was planned from the beginning that Plagueis was. There are hints that Plagueis is the one controlling Snoke in revitalized Last Jedi, because he's using Force possession on Snoke, which is decomposing his face. Um, if you saw, Lucas Moore, when Luke deflected Lucas Moran's lightning like Palpatine, his true form was revealed, which is similar to Tor Valum, which was another question I'm answering. The dream sequence was badass. Plagueis had amazing voice. Thank you. Yes, there were some theories I saw that were right. Some were wrong. But I'm glad it came out good in the end. it was uh, it was very well. So I was answering a question and comment. But again, I didn't think it was illusion. I thought Palpatine was just a lifeless puppet controlled by Plagueis. Physically, you could argue it, but if you saw the Vader scene, he was using Sith. He was kind of using Sith, um, what eradicators or something like that as his puppets. He was projecting a image onto them, and they were kind of his physical puppets. I forgot what I was inspired by. I know there was like a movie or something I was inspired by. Um, that was Plagueis. If people want like an extra step further, Plagueis used Tor Valum to lure. They died. Okay. um, to answer your question, Tor Valum was a way to lure Luke to Exegol to make him believe in what he wanted. The fake Palpatine was telling some truths, though, that the Sith spirit on Exegol. He was trying to say it was Palpatine. It was actually Plagueis. But he was telling a fib to make Luke believe that Palpatine was alive. Although I think Luke kind of realized the lie because he's Luke Skywalker. He's not hard to he's not hard to trick because Luke would know that. But I think another you could say Luke was interested in knowing the truth about Rey, so he let Plagueis do what he wanted and trick him. Which is another reason why Luke was prepared to kill the puppet on Coruscant. Because Luke, the puppet, did not grab Luke's lightsaber and just thought he was weak as crap. But some other deleted scenes was an extended fight with Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Again, I was editing this in chronological order. There were some what you saw other than my Jito. I had to redo my Jito. Everything from Coruscant to the ending was done in order, except the Mygito stuff that was done last. But I was really done working on this movie. I really just wanted to release it, and that's another reason why there's no epilogue. Although I kind of like how the ending is. It kind of just ends. So mhm. Ugh, I'm tired. But I do enjoy chatting with all you guys. Um, but I will give my reaction for I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is just a quick little hello. Let's chat about Ahsoka. I'm gonna reiterate it again. I'll give my reaction for Ahsoka later on. I'm probably not going to be positive on this show. Maybe it might be good. Um, but I'm not looking. I don't think I'll be watching like Andor quality television. Um, one thing I do want to address. Did I address this already? I never want to I never see you guys as intellectual or someone said that I think you guys I think, I can't accept criticism and stuff like that. This is from the same guy, the negative Nancy, and I just want to say I will accept your criticism as long as you want to listen, because I will give you a counterpoint. I would love to debate with you, and I enjoy, but don't ever say I. Wow, how long has this been? Oh, hello, silly. It's been a long time. How you doing? I'm ending the stream soon, but I was giving my final thought here. Never think I'm gonna look down on you guys. I just want you to know that the stuff you see is usually my stuff. It's usually what I think is right, and I will let you know that. But I will also accept your viewpoint too. I want everyone to be in harmony. But don't ever just assume that I'm looking down on you or, I think you're stupid or something like that. No, no, no. I think everyone's fine. They're just fans. And, if you have another interpretation of something, people are just negative on there because they got nothing to do. Yeah, yeah. Can't wait for a Soka Gotcham. Yeah. Yep. It's going to be on here in a couple hours. So, um, but no. Okay. Oh, okay. I won't think that. No, this was in reference to another user who he went on this long tangent about Mara Jade and why I didn't have her in the movie. I thought it was silly. I deleted the comment. I'm usually not against censoring, and I wouldn't have censored that comment, but what he said in his last paragraph was just stupid, and I wanted to slap him. I'm like, I'm deleting this comment. I'm not going to spend paragraph from replies arguing with you about something stupid. Don't ever assume that I'm like, oh, you're going to downvote my video because you're Spartacus now, huh? Well, okay, Spartacus, downvote my video, unsub, and then beat it, because I don't take if people disagree with me and say what they say, it's the door is open. Gotcha. If you can't. Oh, my bad. I'm not talking about. Yeah, yeah, silly. I'm talking about something totally different. Nothing related to you. But you may not be a fan of his, Eric July, Young Ripa. I like to go by his motto, monetize your haters. And I will monetize my haters. I think they're clowns. Eh, Listen, if y'all love my content, it's great. But there's some people that hate me. Actually, no, there's some people just hate the decisions I make and stuff. And I'm like, well, good for you, pal. If you hate my attitude or you hate how I am, well, the door is right open. I think I talked about this in the last stream. There was a guy, people might remember, Charlie Williams. That guy was a clown too. So I delete hate comments if they're really bad. One guy really got mad at me for having the Mortis son beating Vader when he really would. They're stupid. They're stupid. Some people can't accept other people's theories and stuff like that. So, yeah, monetize your haters. Oh, and I lost a sub too. They didn't like that I said that. So, I can't stand the people who talk shit in the comments, especially when it comes from them thinking they get to decide about things. Freddie Prince Jr. I wouldn't use him as a role model. I have some opinions on that guy, but he is right though about haters and stuff like that. Um, don't listen. If someone has criticism, listen to them. But if they won't listen to you, then move on. That's simple. That's the simplest thing you can do. Always have an ear, but if the ear doesn't listen back, then what's the point of talking? So, but some people want it revitalized. I've gotten some comments before. Again, it's not the greatest thing ever. There are better stuff out there. Um, you know, but what can you do? Shrug. I just shrug it off. Uh, um, but some little announcements before I head off here. I did say I was going to do some more what ifs. Our what if team's taking a break, but Ahsoka and Maul should be coming up. People will look forward to that. I would say before the end of August that will be released. Um, Finally, the other thing, um, we're looking into doing some comic dubs of some non Star Wars stuff. I'm going to be taking, I want to take a Star Wars break. Um, now, uh, am I working on Force Awakens Revitalized? No, I probably won't work on that. It was a little fun thing. But the AI debate's gone big. I don't. Here's my opinion on AI. Now, you heard some AI in the Force Awakens or the Rise of Skywalker. When I did that Force Awakens revitalized, that was when AI was, in my opinion, it wasn't a big deal. Max von Sydow is deceased, and I used him for stuff. But some of the voice actors have retired from revitalized. Ray, I would say Ray will not be returning to voice a role. She's done with the role, which is fine. Um, uh, some people did that so they could finish the movie trilogy. I don't think there's a need to do Force Awakens because you could just watch the movie as the way it is. But back to the AI debate, I used some AI voices. There was a mistake where I accidentally left some AI lines in Luke when he was on Korriban. That was not the voice actor. I apologize. He understood. It was just an error. I was using AI lines as an editing tool back then, and I do think it still is useful for when you're waiting for actual voice lines. But don't I would not rely on AI for content. I think you need voice actors for sure. But again, if you're a small channel and you can't find anyone, I don't see the harm in it. Uh, but sometimes it can backfire on you, on that poor Scooby Doo stop motion guy that worked on the AI Scooby Doo stuff. Uh, just be careful what you do. Uh, be careful. Yeah, be careful. Let me see. Silly said, okay. I do a short versus matchups on my channel. Some people gave me hate comments. Yeah, just don't listen to them. Hello, Master Paul, Phantomology. Hey, how you doing? Uh, and then Modern Metalhead Covers said, understandable. I see where you're coming from. Voice actors are awesome. Yes. Um, I don't. Um, you see me posting funny AI SpongeBob videos. That's humorous. I don't think anyone's gonna bat an eye if I'm doing AI SpongeBob covers. They're just for fun. But say if Tom Kenny didn't like, oh, are you doing One Piece SpongeBob? Can you take those down? I'll take them down. It's fine. Voice actors have their rights, and that's when you don't push the barrier. Uh, and Force Awakens Revitalized used some AI, and I don't think I want to continue doing it because, frankly, the story's already been told, and there doesn't need to be a Force Awakens Revitalized. But I'm glad. I do think there is one exception to AI, and that is I think they are good for voice filters. Voice filters, not exactly an actor's voice, but an effect. Kind of say someone did a really good Darth Vader, but they couldn't get the effect right. You could, try to see if you could get voice maybe voice mod or something like that. I know that use AI, but that would be what you want special effects wise. Um, but taking young Anakin's voice and doing like a comic dub of something, and I don't think that would be wise. I think you should just get a voice actor. But I just know people need to get content out and they just need to use AI voices. Again, if you're in again, I don't see the problem with it as long as you know what you're going, as long as you know is the risk and you make sure it's okay with everyone. Just don't go head on into that. I just want to know what was the whole meaning of Abeloth. Ray is the reincarnation of Abeloth, known as Cadus. As in, she was bred. What remains of Abeloth was bred in the tank, and she was the Project Cadus, or her name was Cadus, and that's what they found on Mount Tantus. She is essentially Abeloth reborn. Not Palpatine, but Abeloth. She is just a Sith creation. She is nothing. She is actually she's not really anybody. She's You could say that she has some Skywalker blood in her because it's sourced from Palpatine, Vader, the greatest Siths. So you could argue, yes, she has some Skywalker blood in her, but it's kind of a mixture, mainly of Abeloth. She's mainly the reincarnation of Abeloth, made to be because maybe Plagueis wanted to recreate Abeloth or remake her. That's why Wayland was used. But that was what my idea was. That was the intention, basically, and that's why she was in. Because when Ray was having those flashbacks, she was seeing kind of Abeloth, which was her origin and stuff like that. So, but it was kind of conflicted because you had Mara Jade, and that was hinting to her, the woman who found her and saved her from Abeloth. And then you had Abeloth herself, which was kind of hinting who she truly was. She was this monster. Yeah, yes, yes. That was good. That was good. You get my drift. You get my drift. Ding, 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 ding. Should I play Starfield? Actually, no. I was gonna stream Mass Effect. I'm gonna be streaming Mass Effect. I like Mass Effect. You guys don't know Mass Effect? Well, you can join me in the story because we're gonna be playing Mass Effect this weekend. I can announce I'm done playing Jedi Survivor. I unsubbed from that EA Play Pro. I kind of just lost interest in that game. It started out well, but then the bugs and the unoptimization. I don't. I'll return to it maybe in the future, but I'm done with Jedi Survivor. I want to do kind of Mass Effect, and I like my character building. I am playing Baldur's Gate, but I will not be streaming that game because it can get risky at times. As much and some people have opinions on Baldur's Gate because of that bear stuff. I don't know. I can see it's all a perspective, and it's all perspective. Um, I will do Starfield if people want me to, but I'm kind of yeah. I'm just feeling Mass Effect, so Mass Effect will be my next gaming stream. So whenever I game, um, I'll also do some Fortnite streams if people want to play Fortnite. That will be an open party, so if you want, I'm waiting for the next season. I liked it better than the first game. Yeah, I personally like getting to the point in games, and I didn't like the backtracking that it started to do when you finish that planet. I was getting kind of burnt out from it. I'll eventually finish it. I'll eventually stream it and finish it, but I don't know. I think it needed more patches, a few more patches and stuff like that. I didn't hate it as much. I didn't hate it as much as I hated Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order was abysmal in my opinion because of Zepho. It's just a horrible, horrible planet. Um, uh, Starfield. Now a game that raises a question that will I play is Star Wars Outlaws. Personally, I don't know. I'm not really interested in the game Star Wars Outlaws. It doesn't really look interesting to me. I I don't know. Maybe it's the story or the way they're doing it. I just didn't feel compelled by it. I really wish that High Republic game Eclipse would get some trailers and stuff, or maybe they cease development. There's a bunch of Star Wars games they stopped talking about. KOTOR remake, I know, is in development hell right now. God forbid that game comes out. Eclipse has some writing issues. I think Eclipse won't be a good game writing wise because David Cage is a hack and he's writing that game. If you played some other Quantic Dream games, sometimes his writing can be pure drivel. You know, the worst, like if you fought Rian Johnson was bad. Well, look no more. But Eclipse looked very interesting. The real Torvalum looked like a spider. Yeah, but there's no monster thing I could find, so. Will we ever do an Among Us stream again? Maybe. I did some VR chat Among Us last week, and no one showed for that, but I was still having fun playing that on on um on the Q&A stream. But some regular Among Us might do. I kind of want to play some tabletop simulator. If people want to do like Star Wars D&D or Star Wars, just Star Wars board games or something like that, I would want to do tabletop simulator or Star Wars Monopoly, something simple. Well, not simple. Monopoly can be monopolist. Uh, but I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think I did a good hour. Um, again, Laughed my ass off when Plagueis teleported back to Exegol. Kylo Ren's like, fight me, like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all for coming into my little chat stream. I sound tired because I just worked my shift. So, but I want to talk. Let's say this again. I wanted to talk about Ahsoka, talk about things. I told y'all what I'm planning to do in the next few weeks, which is gonna be what ifs and audio stuff. So we'll have to. So yeah. Uh, Oh, thank you to. Oh, yes, we're wrapping up, Solonic. Thank you for the super chat, though. When does Ahsoka come out? Time it comes out around. I would say 9 p.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. something like that, or was it 6? I don't know. I'll be doing a review of that different times for the whole world. But let me see here. Hold on, I'm playing. What do I want in the stream yet? I'm past 6 p.m. Yeah. So it starts in an hour. All right, I'm gonna end. I'm getting very tired right now. Thank you, Salon, for the super chat. Love you. You sent me my producer, my unofficial producer of the Everest. Well, actually, official producer. This is the GOAT, everyone. This is your role model, your producer, Solonic. Let be known as the 10 Commandments. So is written, and so, oh God, I butchered it. So is written, so it shall be done. Yes, and so shall Solonic be the producer of the Everest channel. All right. Thank you all for coming. Thanks, Solonic, Crimson Acolyte, Bleeding Edge Studios, Modern Metalhead Covers, Master Paul, Phantomology, Silly, Gotcham 30, R093, Mad Snoke, JT, Shadowfast, and am I missing anyone? I don't think I'm missing anyone. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Skadoodles.
Welcome to Everest Productions.
And I can't forget the handsome black man either. Can't forget you, my friend. All right, bye.